The concept of there's multiple universes, multiverses, makes absolutely no sense at all. Where would you even begin in that statement? So you're telling me there's a reality where I'm a cockroach and there's another one where I'm all-knowing reality bending God? That doesn't seem plausible. And really, the only upside that I found with it is that it's infinite multiverses. It's just like the name says, infinite multiverses. Basically anything. It's not infinite universes, it's infinite multiverses, which opens the door for a lot more opportunities. But I hate how movies over-exaggerate this factor. Like, let's take this little guy. He's a little goober. He travels to another dimension where he's an all Mad Max buff version of himself who's taking out armies with just his bare hands. Not very likely. And if you actually do some research into how this whole multiverse thing would work and what would actually be the likely outcome, the result comes with a lot of complications and also some questions of morality. You know what? Instead of telling you, I'll just give you an example. Look, see these two sticks. They both live the same life and the exact same thing, and there's no differences. And you might be asking, well then, how are they different, you know? If they're living the exact same life, how are they different at any matter? Well, the answer to that is actually simple. Quite facile, really. You only have to account for everything. Let's look back to the sticks. Now, on the other side of the globe, where nothing affects them in their story whatsoever, there's a painted wall somewhere. I'll give you time to figure it out. I'll zoom in a little bit. Take your time. I'm bored, so I'm going to show you. Right here, there's a single lighter spot, and the other one doesn't have it. But since this doesn't really affect the characters, and has no effect on them whatsoever, they essentially live the same life, with no consequences whatsoever. And that's not counting all the other spots. Let me give you another example. Okay? You have two walls, exactly the same. But the thing is, there's one difference. But where? Okay, I'm bored, I'm telling you. On the other side of the world, on a random beach, 2 grains of sand are different spaces between them. And it doesn't really make sense. And that's not even counting all the other spots it could be, and the other grains. The little goober, instead of what movies portray, would actually more likely be that he sees another version of himself exactly the same, but a lamp is just slightly darker. And that's not even considering all the possible lamp positions. And if you have a problem with my logic and wish to correct me, you will not hear the light of day. I made this video. Look, you did not make this video. I did. And if you have any problems, you can make your own video, because this is how logic works. Going back to the topic of infinite realities, it doesn't really make sense, and I've just explained why and how movies are garbage at explaining it. But to make this video longer, let's talk about time travel, which is essentially the same thing. Now, let's take this guy. His name is Jeremy. No, he's not the goober. He is Jeremy, a guy. He has a secure number of timelines with different Jeremys, all at different stages of their life. So if something were to happen, it would mess everything up. So does that mean if he were to time travel, would he go to a different universe where he's younger, or go back in his own time? Well, right now, I'll tell you how the latter is wrong. You see, present day Jeremy wants to go to the past where his younger self is. But if he were to do that, that would cause major problems and a lot of unnecessary complications. Is that right? And so essentially he would break everything in his world. What? But against all odds, he's managed to see his younger self. But then, by doing that, his own memories start rewriting themselves. Gone are the memories of him playing alone at the playground, now replaced with memories of him meeting his older self in younger form. And this shouldn't happen at all, seeing as he is the first one to go back in time to meet his younger self. and it just causes a lot more complications, and it changes the memory of all the other Jeremys in the future and all existing multiverses. And the reason I say already existing is because by doing this, and presumably all the other ones who do at the same time, because all the other multiverses also, and they each collectively make their own universes at the same time, causing another infinite new amount. So that's infinite times 2. And that doesn't make sense, so I'm guessing that the whole world would implode or something. This thing has bothered me for a while now, so it's glad to get something off my chest. I'm almost done recording the trip to Mexico video, so yeah, stay tuned. Bye.